Hello guys, welcome again. A new live stream for Bitcoin. So sorry, my voice is not very good today, so I will try to uh, talk not too much, right? Because actually I cannot speak very well right now. I'm getting sick. So okay, so let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is firing a sell signal in 1 day chart. So the very easy, actually very obvious technical analysis for this is the rules, right? So the rules are sideways here, right? It's gonna be in sideways here and downside. Now, one thing you will have to understand here is volatility contraction for Bitcoin is actually very low, extremely low. I can say it's just $200 actually volatility. So every time when you see this kind of volatility, well, in some point Bitcoin is gonna do something massive, especially in 1 day chart when the volatility is just a couple $100. Is like we are gonna see something very interesting. So right now, volatility contraction in 1 day chart, as you can see here, since July, it actually is contracting here. Technically speaking, we have a sell signal. It was fired yesterday, so I think this week we will see the sell signal, the confirmation, and also there is no volume. Okay, because there is no volume for Bitcoin in this case, my technical analysis is not more. And it's not anymore, at least in the next 10 days, to the upside. Actually, is to the downside. Okay, sideways here, sideways and downside, where the targets always it should be around, let me 1 second, is around $27,000 800, around this area. Now don't get me wrong, as long as Bitcoin is holding $26,000, everything should be fine because Bitcoin is in uptrend. Okay, the thing is, like, you don't want to see a new low here. I mean, breaking this area, making a new low, you will see a bounce, you will see actually a continuation to the downside. So Bitcoin, actually, technically speaking, is doing very well even with the sell signal present, but there is a major signal right now, fighting right now. Actually, we will have this sell signal, the confirmation actually in this weekend. And let me show you this signal. This signal is a sell signal inside the chart. We have a better variance, as you can see here. In 3 days, we will get the confirmation, where if we have this confirmation with this volatility contraction, look at this beautiful volatility. Well, the thing is, like, this is gonna be a major warning for all the bulls. Now, technically speaking, yes, even if the chart is Bitcoin is an uptrend, yes. Now, based on this signal here, the rest of the year, I mean, I'm talking about next month, actually, all this year, Bitcoin, the worst scenario for Bitcoin is dropping, and the best is just sideways. So, in the best scenario for Bitcoin right now is gonna be just sideways here, for the rest of the month. Bitcoin is gonna be just in sideways, and in the worst scenario, actually, is just dropping. And where, as I said before, the pivot is around $26,000. As long as Bitcoin is holding this area, I am still bullish for Bitcoin in the long term. But if Bitcoin breaks this area around $26,000, you will see Bitcoin testing $20,000. But now, based on the volatility here, there is a very good chance, potentially we will see 25K broken. Now, my concern right now here is the monthly. The performance for the monthly actually is not good. As you can see here, Bitcoin is testing the sell line here. And as you can see here, technically speaking, is not very strong like before. Before, in 2019, 2021, Bitcoin, in 2019, yes, and 2020, Bitcoin, when it was testing the sell line here, it was actually very far away from the ME55. In this case, actually, it's not. As you can see here, from the ME55 to from here to here is just 26%. If you see the performance, actually is very bad. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say here is, like, if you see Bitcoin not breaking 30K this year, you will see a sell signal in some point, maybe in October, November. And if we see that Bitcoin is actually in real danger, because we could have a first bull trap in the macro timeframes, in the monthly in this case, for Bitcoin, and potentially you will see Bitcoin at 18K. Now, it's too soon to say it. Maybe yes. Honestly, I don't think so, because the year is, we are in August right now. We have like 4 or 5 months, so the time will pass very fast. So 4 months for Bitcoin in the macro time frame is nothing here. So also we have here bi-weekly chart. Sorry, bi-weekly chart here. So as you can see here, we have a sell signal as well, volatility contraction here. So same thing is sideways here, and downside. Now, as I said before, if you see Bitcoin all this year, I'm talking about all this year, holding $25,000, 26, and just in sideways here, sideways the rest of the year, yes, without breaking this pivot, I mean this one, $25,000, $26,000, I will be very, very bullish, looking for actually a massive bull run to maybe around $75,000, $80,000 next year. So Bitcoin is bullish, yes. It's boring, yes, as well. It's very boring. But there are macro time frames. There are macro signals, like if everything is right, I mean, with this system of trading, right, there is a very good chance potentially we could see something similar as I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like 2020 in the corona crash. It will be amazing, honestly. This is not technical analysis. It's just more speculation. If we see something like this, right, it will be amazing here. Massive drop here, and after that, massive pump, something like this, right? It would be amazing with something like this, and after that, a major rally here. So if we see this drop here, I'm still thinking the bottom is already in. So for me, it's going to be a major, actually, potentially the last opportunity to buy Bitcoin and altcoins this year. So as you can see here, Bitcoin is boring here. We have a sell signal present, right? I'm still in short. I am around $29,400 short. I am around here. Looking for a potential test to $28,700, and if this error breaks, finally you will see my target is around $27,000. But as I said before, volatility contraction is very important here. We sell signaling on the chart. I protected my entry. For example, if we see a bounce right now to 29,400, the only thing is I'm gonna get stopped. It's fine, totally fine, because I will not lose anything. So now let's talk about the short term. Short term for Bitcoin in 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart for Bitcoin here, we have here still a momentum is to the downside, but if you are bullish here, well, we have a bullish divergence forming here for Bitcoin in 4-hour chart, as you can see from this point and this point, and this point and this point. And also in curve, in OBB, we have also a bullish divergence here. Why I would not take this signal is because, remember, from macro to micro, if I know 5-day chart is a sell signal, a bi-weekly chart is a sell signal, and also a 1-day chart is a sell signal, potentially this could be a fake signal. Do you understand what I mean? So if I know Bitcoin has a buy signal present in Bitcoin in 1-day chart, and I see a bullish divergence in 4 hours, of course I will open a long position. So, but here it's a little bit risky. So there is a good chance, probability is right, potentially this could be a fake signal. So if you're bullish here, the entry is here. The entry is right now. Yeah, of course I am not a financial advisor, but right now actually is the entry. Looking for maybe 29,300, 400, and if you see this little breaking, you will see an extension to 29,800. But as I said before, I don't think that it's going to happen. Why? Because we have macro sell signals present right now. I think the sell pressure for Bitcoin is going to be enough at least to keep Bitcoin in sideways the rest of the year. Okay, so that is the point. Now let's talk about the 2-day chart. Someone asked me about the 2-day chart. Hey, but 2-day chart is finding a buy signals. Yes, of course. But the problem with this buy signal here is we don't have volume. As you can see, even actually it's worse because in 2-day chart there is no volume. Even Bitcoin or OBB for Bitcoin broke the previous low in August, as you can see here. So what is this telling me? Well, the projection is going to be just sideways here, and that's it. No more upside because there is no volume here. If you see 3-day chart here, let me show you 3-day chart. There is no volume as well. I mean, it's still above the zero line here, but it's not the best. So what I'm trying to say right now here is like, yes, the market is going to be boring sideways, but as a trader, this is the best moment to enter in the market. You know why? Because retailers always will enter in big candles like this one or big candles like this one. Professional traders, market makers, they love when volatility is contracting, as I said many times. Yeah, because here is when actually you can catch the big move. Okay, so it's patient. This now is a game of patience. You have to be patient here. So right now I'm short, looking for potentially if we see this drop. I mean, this is a signal, right? In 1-day chart, hopefully maybe yes, and we will see maybe $28,700 tested and potentially a break to $27,000. But Don't get me wrong. Now the market is sideways. So if I gotta stop it, it's totally fine for me. Yeah, because remember, 70% of the time the market is gonna be in sideways, 30% is gonna be trending. Okay, so this game of trading is about patience. You have to be very, very, very patient. So now let's continue with sorry. Let's continue with USD dominance. USD dominance actually is very interesting right now because it's doing something very interesting. In one day chart, let me see, it's sideways, yes, as expected here. But you see here, we are gonna have a buy signal soon, in some point this week. With volatility contraction here, is like this, right? Sideways, sideways, 1 second here, sideways here, holding here, volatility contracting here, and to the upside. That is the prediction for USD dominance. If we see the 3-day chart, sorry, the weekly chart here, we are gonna have several lines to be tested this month. So careful here because this momentum to the downside is almost over. I think this month is gonna be very important because I think this month, if you don't see Bitcoin about 30K this month, I think September, October, November, we will have a very huge opportunity, very good opportunity to buy very cheap, and you will have the Christmas gift you are looking for. What I mean, well, potentially a major drop, like maybe 2017 December when Bitcoin was at 20K and just dropped to 11, 10, 11. I'm not saying something like huge like that because actually that will be very amazing for me. The point is, like, if you are looking to buy again Bitcoin in the long term, I think we will have the last opportunity of this year. The last opportunity is coming, and if you don't want to miss it, well, I think you should watch more often my live streams, and also maybe you can join to my Patreon. So the thing here is, like, as you can see here, Bitcoin USD dominance is gonna be to the upside this month. Now, if we have here by the 5-day chart, is firing a buy signal here, and with this contraction, as you can see in volatility, is the same thing, sideways here and bounce. Okay, sorry. So we have this projection for in technical analysis for Bitcoin. Sorry, it's the dominance. So there is a very good chance Bitcoin will just drop, and because the volatility, if I'm right with this, right? Because remember, this is based on the probabilities. This drop could be actually very fast, very quick, right? Killing many longs, and the first level should be around $27,000. Remember, breaking 27, the next level is going to be 25K. If we see Bitcoin breaking 25, game over, and you will see 18, 19, 20K. Yeah, in the long term, of course. So that is the game for Bitcoin right now. It's boring, yes, I know, but professional traders right now, my friend, you are trading right now. This is the moment actually you have to start looking right now the charts because the volatility is very low. So if you do it properly, you will catch these kind of moves, right? These kind of moves here, because remember the rule is explosive moves, they are coming after volatility contraction. And in this case, Bitcoin is just contracting for more than 2 weeks. Actually, no, actually 2 months in this range. Yeah. So get ready because when Bitcoin is trending, it's gonna the trend is gonna be very hard, maybe 3-4 months, and it's gonna be very, very good. And the best is imagine, right? This is a scenario. For example, you open a long or short here, and from here drops to this place or even lower. I mean, sorry, cheaper, or I don't know. The trend is your friend. Maybe the trend is still to the upside. But the point here is you could catch the breaking point, the starting point. Sorry. So this game is just about patience. Now let's continue. I'm gonna continue with the Bitcoin dominance because Bitcoin dominance actually is doing something very interesting, right? Let me show you here. We have here the weekly chart here, and this thing is still trending to the upside. So I was looking for 50%, 51, something like that. And the next level where I am looking for potentially the next altcoin season is in some point if we see Bitcoin at 60%. If we see 60% around here, maybe by the end of the year or something like that, yes, I'm gonna start looking for accumulation. I mean, and the long term for altcoins, because now we have many altcoins. For example, this one, right? NER. I bought NER in June, and I sold around almost 1.70, something like that. But as you can see here, all of them, they are testing the previous low. Now, the problem with this is we still have the buy signal here, but this is not very healthy. Many altcoins, they are doing the same thing, as you can see here. So what it's telling me this is there is no volume here right now in the markets. It's very good, yes. For example, in the case of Neo, I am not a financial advisor, but as you can see here, it's testing the previous, all the lows since 2019, as you can see here. Technically speaking, this is the area to buy. Now, sometimes, many times I actually was working. Yes, here, 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 and here. But even for me, it's not the best moment to buy. Why? Because if you do it, for example, it could happen something like this. Let me show you here. Yeah, this iOS was holding this area for many years, since 2018, 19, 20, and in 21, finally, what happened? Broke the support here, tested here the resistance, and after that, new lows. So that's why, in my case, my rule is if I want to buy altcoins, it's because I want to see first Bitcoin healthy, right? Bitcoin healthy. So macro timeframes for Bitcoin. I'm sorry, I apologize. Macro timeframes for Bitcoin, they are still bullish. Yes, the facts are the facts. Bitcoin is still in uptrend. Yes. Hey, but we have potential buy signal here. Well, this, my friend, could be a fake signal very easy. Okay, so don't get me wrong. If you really want to buy in weekly chart, it's better to wait when you have these kind of setups, as you can see here. Yeah, not here, not here. Okay, so at least in my case, because I am defensive, I don't want to risk. I want to protect my capital here, so that's why I am defensive. So I think that's it. That's it for Bitcoin. That's it for Bitcoin. Let's continue with the stock market. The stock market, what is doing? I'm going to talk about the SP500 here. Let me show you here the SP500 what is doing. We have a sell signal here in weekly basis. No more upside, no more wow to the moon. No, it's still the same thing. As you can see here, we have actually this correction. You see, is this technical analysis like 2 weeks ago. So this is not new. And as you can see, now it's working. The target, MA21, 4,340, around there in weekly basis. And the lowest point, it should be around 4,150 or something like that. So in the long term, the next opportunity to buy entering the stock market, maybe in some point next year, not now, not in a couple months. I think it's gonna be around here in this area, maybe the first quarter of next year. So this is a long term. Looks like, in my humble opinion, I think the end of the year, is based on the probabilities and also the volatility, because I didn't tell you this, but if we see the setup here, let me show you for Bitcoin. Before of the Corona crash here, sorry, let me fix this. Before in the Corona crash here, Bitcoin, if you see here this area, Bitcoin was in sideways here, was with low volatility for maybe 2 weeks in one day chart. And after that, we have this black swan, like maybe, oh, my black swan, right? Yeah, okay, whatever. The thing here is like, we have the volatility here, as you can see here, in weekly basis was extremely low, right? Extremely low. So right now, I am telling you, we have similar conditions. As you can see here, volatility is contracting very, very, very hard. You see? So what we can expect, well, in some point, Bitcoin is going to start moving $10,000 again, $10,000, $20,000 again. So the market is going to move very soon. So that's why, in my case, I'm hoping, right? I'm hoping I want to see Bitcoin dropping here more because I want to buy cheaper. But if I don't see it, because remember, one thing is what I believe, yeah. One thing, or another thing is reality, right? That is something different. So what I'm hoping is Bitcoin is actually crashing here to maybe 21, 22, 30, something like that again. But that is something I want. But that doesn't happen. Well, the only thing I have to do is just following my system of trading, waiting for the right moment to buy in some point in this area, right? Between $25,000, sorry, $25,000 and 29 in some point here this year, in some point, not now, right? So okay, when? Well, it's very simple. When you have this signal, in some point next year, sorry, this year, something like this. So maybe in December, November, something like that, if Bitcoin is still here around this area, around 25, 27, whatever, in November, in December, with this setup here, yes, I will buy here. Yeah, but not now, not today. So, well, I think that's it, guys. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. The market is boring here. Just take care and just wait for this, because actually the market is about to move. But I think right now, when people, they don't care about the crypto, they don't care about the markets, because they want to see green candles, red candles always. I think that is the moment when we have actually to pay attention more. Right now, since actually 2 weeks ago, I am just watching the charts almost every day, because I don't want to miss this opportunity. You know why? Because the volatility is super contracted. I am doing my homework, so I think you should do the same thing. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you.